Moment, we've got a spokesperson for the Afghanistan government, Mr. Hamid Ilmi, who works very, very closely with the Afghanistan President, Mr. Hamid Karzai. Mr. Ilmi, very good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, Bamwi.
Very good evening to you. This is Rajiv K. Bajaj from the RKB Show. Welcome to the RKB Show.
Thank you. Great.
Mr. Ilmi, could you tell us what the situation is like now that 2 days have passed since the assassination of Mr. Burhanuddin Rabbani? What is the situation at the moment in Kabul?
Yeah, all the nation is still in mourning, and the people are in grief. Tomorrow we will hold the funeral ceremony for late Professor Rabbani, former president of Afghanistan, and we're expecting hundreds and hundreds of people coming from around the country, and also some people from around neighboring country, and some VVIPs, presidents, vice president, prime ministers, deputy prime ministers from the neighboring countries around the region.
Right. Mr. Ilmi, is it true, as the Americans have said, is it true that possibly the Haqqani network could have been behind the assassination of Burhanuddin Rabbani Sahib? However, I don't expect you really to come out with it. After all, investigations are still going on. But what is the initial information that you have got so far?
Well, the information we got till now, of course, the investigation is underway, and the information we got, the person who carrying out the attack, he came from the called Kuwait Shura, which is the main terrorist group or Taliban group in Kuwait, Pakistan, and the person came from there. And we have some evidence, some voice recording, some telephone conversation between the person and people who were in Kuwait. They call it Kuwait Shura.
Yes.
But we still too early to say is any circle or intelligence agencies or circles connecting to the Kuwait Shura, or this person acting alone, or Kuwait Shura acting alone. We don't know, but we find a concrete evidence that the person belonged to Kuwait Shura and came from Kuwait, Pakistan, and assassinated late Professor Rabbani.
Mr. Ilmi, the question that I'm going to ask you is this. Isn't it about time? Because after all, we have always given Pakistan the benefit of the doubt. We have always given some elements in Pakistan the benefit of the doubt. Now, the Americans have said that the inter-service intelligence of Pakistan perhaps could have been behind this assassination. Don't you think it's about time that all civilized countries got together and said, let's put a stop to this? We must create a situation where any country that supports terrorism must be declared a pariah and must be boycotted. Mr. Ilmi.
Well, sir, during the last 10 years, and every single conferences around the world, conferences in the region, and our talks with the leaders of the world, leaders of the region, we always say that there's some circles in the Pakistan army supporting the terrorists.
Yes.
And we ask the NATO and Americans and NATO and our international allies to stop the terrorist network, the terrorist centuries, the terrorist logistic routes, and also the areas whose terrorists getting the support. But this is the one clear that we have a good relation with Pakistan civil government.
Yes.
We received the Prime Minister Gailani this afternoon to Kabul. He came to Kabul just to conduct his message, and also he met with President Karzai and the late Professor Rabbani's family. But this is something else that this is clear distinction between Pakistan civil government and some circle in the Pakistan army who are supporting, backing, supplying, and training the terrorists in the region. We said clearly to the Pakistani authorities that the terrorist is not a danger only for Afghanistan. They are the danger, destabilizing the Pakistan, Afghanistan in region and the world in the large. We have to, and we in Pakistani and the American and also NATO must act quickly, effectively, to stop the terrorist network and terrorist centuries inside the Pakistan. We always said that the terrorist is not terrorists, or the terrorist groups or the terrorist organizations are not inside the Afghanistan village and Afghanistan houses and homes. Their bases is inside the Pakistan, and we have some evidence, concrete evidence in WikiLeaks recently published, and also the American government and all the NATO governments. They are clearly said that this is our demand. We want the international community to act together efficiently to stop the terrorists in their bases.
Mr. Hamid Ilmi, one other question to you, and which is that, of course, this attack is taking place in Afghanistan, and Afghanistan has had to live under the shadow of this kind of terror now for the last, I think, 30 years. Ever since the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1980 up till today. It's been 31 years you've been at war. However, this same kind of terrorism has affected India, and just recently, even the Chinese government came out with a statement that the recent attacks in the Chengdu province was also the work of Pakistan-based terrorists. Now, you've got a situation here where this belt of Baluchistan and the northwestern frontier province in Pakistan is the breeding ground for perhaps among the most dangerous terrorists in the world. Don't you think all of us should get together, all the governments of Afghanistan, of India, the civilian government of Pakistan, and the neighboring countries should get together and root them out? Mr. Ilmi.
Well, this is our slogan, this is our demand, this is our wishes. And we always express our wishes in the publicly and in private meetings, in the international conferences like UN, OIC, SARC, ECO, and all the conferences. We always say that we have to act together.
Yes.
Because terrorism is not only for one country. Of course, we are suffering more than any other nation in the world.
You are.
But the terrorist is not only limited for Afghanistan. There's the East. They want to destroy or sabotage or kill innocent people either in Kabul or Mumbai or Bali or China or other countries. This we have to act together. But this is the responsibility for the international community because we are a poor nation. We don't have enough sources. We don't have enough strong military.
Yes.
Because of 30 years of wars, we can't act alone, and we don't have power to do it. This is the duty of international community. This we always, in every single meeting, we mention that.
Yes. And as far as you are concerned now, and as far as President Karzai is concerned, what is the next step now? Are you going to be beefing up the security all around the area? What is it that you're going to be doing? Are you going to be backing the Americans if, say, they decide to have hot pursuit inside Pakistani territory? What is it that you're going to be doing, Mr. Ilmi?
Well, we are continuing our diplomatic efforts. We are working on peace to those elements who are not the terrorists.
Yes.
This very distinction, a green red line between terrorists and those who are opposing the Afghan government. They all elements who are opposing the Afghan government. They are not terrorists, but all terrorists are not against only Afghanistan. The terrorists are against all the region. But we want a very strong military action against the terrorists, against the terrorist cells. But in the meantime, we are continuing our efforts, our work to bring those elements who are not the terrorists, who are somehow they are against the Afghan government, or they are somewhere in Afghanistan or outside Afghanistan. We call it just simple Taliban. But the terrorists, which is the base, they are international terrorists. We are fighting for them. If we are alone or if we are other countries helping us, we are fighting with terrorists until our last drop of bullet.
Right. Mr. Ilmi, thank you very much for talking to us. Great pleasure as always, and hope you win. Because if you win, all of us win. Thank you so much.
Hope. Just keep your fingers crossed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ilmi, and thank you very much for talking to us. Great pleasure.